Hi everyone, welcome back to Business and Laundry. I am Bimbo Ugwefi. For those of you that are watching for the first time, please kindly subscribe so that anytime we post a new video, you'll be the first to know, okay? Like our videos, kindly share it to people that will benefit from it, okay? In this video, we normally talk about things that has to do with laundry and dry cleaning business. It doesn't mean it cannot work for other kind of businesses, but we also talk about business growth. We are particular about laundry and dry cleaning business. All right, so in this video I'm going to be talking about seasonal challenges that we face. Seasonal challenges that we face as laundry and dry cleaning professionals, whether you're starting newly or you have been in this business for a while, whether it's a small scale business or a large one, whatever it is that you're into, just know that we all face the same problem. So how do we conquer all these kind of challenges? So let's dive right into it. The first one and the toughest one is the raining season. Raining season is it's always pouring, and when you imagine finish washing clothes and you want to line dry, or and it's so pouring outside, you've already promised your customer your delivery day. How do you maneuver and still be able to achieve that? Don't forget, rain is doing its own job and you also have to do yours. So for rainy season, there are some things that I know that happen from my own little experience. There are things that I've experienced, that gone through in the line of this business. So I'm going to be sharing it with you. I'm going to be sharing simple solution that I think can help you even to work smartly during this period. The first one I'm going to talk about is slow drying. When you wash clothes, it's very slow to dry, especially when you don't have tumble dryers. So it's very slow. It's a challenge. You cannot dry the clothes because you finish washing, they are wet. Even when you spin it, normally once you spin your clothes, it shouldn't take you longer than 30 to 45 minutes and they are dry. But when the weather is so bad, how do you manage that? How do you deliver? Okay, another one is that it's there's increased mildew on your clothes, and it causes odor on the clothes. That's when sometimes, I don't know if you have experienced, you finish washing, you pressed, you deliver, you package and deliver, and your customer is calling you a couple of days after that. What kind of smell is this? Are you sure you people did not wash my clothes at all? Blah blah blah. How do you start explaining to them? So it's due to the weather. Okay, it's due to the weather. So, and most times it causes delay. Rainy season causes delay. If you have given someone 2 days or 48 hours or even 24 hours, unfortunately it's been raining, how are you going to dry those clothes? Without drying the clothes, you cannot even press them. So these are few challenges that I think comes up during rainy season. So how do we control this? We have to prepare. We should always prepare because we know it's going to rain somehow. So we should prepare for this season. How do you prepare? By investing in dryers. You invest in dryers. If you cannot afford to buy industrial dryers, buy the smaller ones that they use at home. If you cannot afford to buy the smaller ones, then invest in fans. Have a room where you put fans and you can blow those clothes and help them to dry. If you cannot buy fan, buy room heaters. So there are options I've given to you now. You must be able to afford one if you are really serious running this business. Okay, so if you have those in place, at least you know that if you cannot dry clothes outside, definitely you should be able to dry it inside. And we shouldn't depend on weather. If we really say we are serious with this business, we shouldn't depend on weather because it will surely rain, especially now that we don't even know anymore because of due to weather, economy, what is it called, climate change. Sorry, climate change. Because of climate change, before we could tell, we know the months that is dry and the months that is raining, but these days we can't tell anymore. So you have to prepare if you really want to be serious or if you want to grow this business, to make sense. So apart from your dryers and all those things I've mentioned, you can also invest in dehumidifiers. This helps the odor to come out. It assists a lot in removing odors. So try and have that in place. Okay, so another thing I think, apart from the dehumidifiers, you can also have fragrance detergents. These ones, when you washed clothes with them, it helps remove odor from clothes. Even if it takes longer to dry, it will help you to take out those odors, and these things will be fully dry and reduce smell. Lastly, for this rainy season, I like to talk about communication. You should learn to communicate with your customers. Say for instance, you promise customer that this cloth I picked it today, by 2 days time your clothes will be ready. I'm promising you, and the customer is asking, are you sure? And you're saying yes. Unfortunately, it's raining and you don't have all these other things I've mentioned in place. How do you deliver? You know, you don't keep quiet and wait till the customer keep calling you that I need my clothes. You call ahead. Please, I'm sorry, due to challenges beyond our control, we are unable to deliver as promised, but we'll surely try and deliver your clothes. They want to build trust with you. So if you say this, that will happen. But if you keep quiet and you expect miracle to happen, it doesn't work like that. It's a business you're running. They are not your friends. They are not your family. Even your friends and family will not take nonsense. Talk less of your customers. So you must learn to communicate appropriately. Clear communication, builds trust. So let's learn that. The next seasonal challenge I want to talk about is the harmattan season. Harmattan season is dusty. Before you know it, you just finish cleaning a particular workspace or a surface and there's dust all over it. So how do you handle this kind of season? Sometimes customers keep complaining that their whites are turning brown. Most times e happen in harmattan. So how do you ensure you avoid all these kind of problems? You also have stiffness, increased stiffness in your fabric. Sometimes people want starch in their cloth and you put little or no starch and the cloth is like very strong and you're wondering what has happened. It's due to the weather. So when you're starching during harmattan season, ensure you put very very light starch on those clothes, because the outcome, if it's too much, you will not like the outcome and it might cost you in losing your customer. So please, let's put all this in place. For dusty work surface, I think solution is that always try and clean your surfaces before you work. Ensure that you clean where you dry your clothes. Make sure it's covered, is not where dust can easily settle, so that those clothes will not get dusty, because it will take you back to square one. You have to start redoing the job. So make sure when the clothes are dry, you put them in poly bags that you tighten well, so that dust does not come in contact with it. And keep all your drying environments clean. Keep all your drying environment clean, so that those clothes will not really get dusty. Okay, also you can use fabric softener. I think I mentioned it during for the rainy season. It can also work during harmattan season. Softeners are very good. It makes the clothes smell fresh, like something that was really done by professionals. Fabric softeners, fabric conditioners. When you're rinsing your clothes, ensure you put it there, and it reduce static. It helps clothes to stay fresh. So when these things are applied to the clothes, you will even be happy that, oh, is this really what came out from my company? So you'll be very very happy when you do that. You can also clean all your pressing areas. Clean your irons. Irons should actually be cleaned regularly, so that, because especially when you use steam irons, water, once water settled or is been in a particular container for a while, it begins to smell. It has residue inside. So always clean them very well, so that you don't end up going back to square one and redoing. You've washed clothes, you've dried them, and time of pressing you're seeing all sorts of things, so it takes it back to square one, and you don't want that, because that's waste of time, that's waste of your resources. Okay, so let's think smart during these seasons. Another season I want to talk about is the humid and hot season. The fact that it's hot and humid does not mean it's okay. It's challenging for dry cleaners. This is when your air feels very thick and sticky. People tend to sweat a lot even when it's not raining or it's not too, it's very hot, so people sweat a lot, and that puts more stains on their clothes. And especially customers that dump their clothes and wait till it's up to certain quantity before they bring it for washing, those stains might go deep into the fabric and it's challenging to take it out. So humidity can be very dangerous, whether you believe it or not. It can be dangerous for our laundry business. So it makes drying take very long. You think because it's kind of sunny, the sun does not come out as hot as you expect, sometimes. So it makes drying a bit tough, but if you have the equipment in place, then that won't be a challenge for you. Solution for humidity and hot season is, what I think in my own opinion is that you should store all your clothes in bags to avoid, what will damage them. You store it in bags. You make sure you keep your work environment ventilated so that there's free flow of air, and this, you keep your windows open. You can invest in more AC or more fan so that this can be easier. Okay, also this affects your staffs. This seasons affects the staff. It's not only the clothes alone, it affects the staff, because sometimes they feel too tired. Raining season is when people complain of cold, they're always having running nose and all those things, flu. And how do you manage it? They will call in sick. This can lead to delay in delivery too, because if you're supposed to have 3 or 4 staff or hands, and all of a sudden you're having just 2, that means you reduce the job for that day. You cannot overload the job, so you have to reduce it. So this also affect them. So have things in place that will help your staff, that even when they are, you know you're short of staff, you also have maybe part-time people that can fill in the role, and things will be balanced, and you still be able to achieve your aim or your common goal of delivering. All right, so I'm going to stop here. In the next video, I'll talk about the remaining seasonal challenges that I know, or I think affects, laundry business. Thank you for always watching the video. Don't forget to watch to the end. Every time you watch our videos, please watch it to the end. Subscribe, like, send your comments down below. We appreciate every comment that come in, and if there's any comment that has been coming in that we have not been able to attend to, I'm very sorry about that, and I believe we will attend to your comments anytime soon. So if you have any questions, or you have videos you have in mind and you want us, or topics rather, that you have in mind you want us to talk about, kindly put it in the comment section. Thank you always for watching, and bye for now.